I know a lot of y'all was excited yesterday. You feel what I'm saying? I know everybody that's had an okay record to being a contender somehow, some way. A lot of y'all was excited for the trade deadline yesterday because it was a lot of speculation. It was a lot of build up, a lot of anticlimactic trades. It was a lot of shit building up going into the week of the trade deadline. Now, I ain't gonna lie. Some of these trades broke the Twitter, broke the internet. Like, it was a couple trades that kind of took me by surprise a little bit, and one of them being the Sauce Gardner trade. yo, don't get me wrong. Sauce is definitely a top, in my opinion. Besides my opinion, the motherfucker is a top 5 corner. Regardless, like, it doesn't matter. He's been a top 5 corner. He's an all-pro, former all-pro, former rookie of the year. Like, the dude is fucking great. But at what price? Right? At what price? Sauce Gardner contract is absolutely nuts. So at what price do you really just decide, like, all right, let me go out there and get Sauce Gardner? 2 first-round picks? And then y'all give up A.D. Mitchell? And listen, one of my best friends is a Colts fan, so I know I follow the Colts a lot. Signing Cam, buying them, signing Shadavius Ward. Now they dealing with a couple injuries and everything like that, but the Colts is a fucking contender, as y'all can all see. They are 7-2, just like us. Like, they are a fucking contender, bro. I just don't know if I would have gave up two first round picks for Sauce Gardner. Like, I just don't know if I would have done that. And then on top of that, give a prime time first round pick like A.D. Mitchell away too. Like, I don't know if I would have done all of that for Sauce. Like, I would probably give him 1 first and maybe something else. But I've realized yesterday, like, it wasn't just a fire sale, right? The Jets had a little fire sale, a little mini fire sale and everything like that, but it really wasn't a fire sale. Like, these motherfuckers was getting fleeced. Like, they was out here finessing yesterday. They Sauce Gardner for 2 first rounders. Then they traded Quinnen Williams for another first rounder. Like, it was a lot of shit going on. I was just like, the Jets is in complete rebuild mode. And they should have traded Breece too. They wanted a 3rd rounder for Breece, and then they wanted to trade Jermaine Johnson, a DN I think he is, for a 2nd rounder. I'm not gonna lie. I'm giving a 3rd round for Breece. You're crazy. Breece is easily a top 5 running back on a good team. Like, the Jets is fucking stinking. Everybody dies there. Like, I would have sent them a 3rd round pick. Because either way, we got 50 years of evidence that the Jets was gonna mess it up anyway. They can have all the picks in the world. It don't even matter. Look at the history, bro. Everybody that they had was a bucket coming into the Jets, and then after that, they're just trash. Unless you're on defense, because you can kind of create your own success a little bit. Like, look at Sauce, look at Quinnen Williams, look at Jamal Adams when he was on there. Like, you can create your own success, so it's a little bit different, but as far as like Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, Justin Fields, like, I just don't. If you're on the offensive side of the ball, they send you to New York to die, bro. Like, but moving on from that, like, they were some blockbuster trades with Sauce Gardner and Quinnen Williams. Now, y'all know me. Y'all know I love the Broncos, as y'all can see. You know what I'm saying? My jersey's in the back, jersey's in the closet, and all that. Broncos to the moon, right? So if y'all follow the Broncos, if y'all are even Broncos fans just like me, I know y'all had the same feeling, the same thought process as me. You feel what I'm saying? It was a lot of trade speculation, including the Broncos, going into this fucking week saying we was in the market for a tight end. We went and signed Mercedes Lewis to help in the run game. That was a strong signing. You feel what I'm saying? Even though he's 62 years old. It was a strong signing. He's strong in the run game. He can really help us out with that. You feel me? If Pat Bryant can block DNs and outside line, then you think Mercedes Lewis can't? You feel what I'm saying? But take Evan Ingram out of there and put him outside so he can catch the ball. But we had a lot of speculation looking for another pass catcher, another offensive weapon. Now, we all know it wasn't going to be no running back. Our running back room is strong right now. I didn't want it to be a tight end. Everybody kept saying, like, all right, the Broncos are still in the tight end market. I'm like, I'm cool with it if we can get it for a steal. Like, when they was connecting us to Mark Andrews, David Njoku, TJ Hawkinson, they was doing all this shit, and I'm just like, we got Evan Ingram. I don't really see the point in going out and most likely overpaying for TJ Hawk and Joku or fucking other main man. Like unless we was giving around like a 5th round pick for these dudes, or maybe at the minimum a 3rd. I'm cool. I don't want none of them. And I've realized that with Sean Payton and George Patton, they don't make no moves that doesn't make sense. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's no way in hell. Like, we could have easily gave the Jets 2 first round picks of sauce. But why would we do that? Why would we do that? It makes no sense. That's completely overpaid right there. So they was connecting us to another offensive weapons, like I said. So mainly just receivers though. The Chris Olave, Jalen Waddle, Rashid Shaheed, Brian Thomas Jr., Garrett Wilson. Like, it was so many things so many receivers they was connecting us to. And I'm not gonna lie, like I said already, I know y'all felt just like me. Y'all were excited. We watch these games every week. We watch the Broncos struggle offensively a lot of times, yo. And a lot of times, it's not because the Broncos offense is bad. It's literally for like small miscounts. It's like small mistakes, small mental mistakes. Like, you got Bo has a wide open receiver down the field, whether it's Evan Ingram, Torrey Franklin, Cortland Sutton. No, he don't never miss Cortland Sutton. He don't ever overthrow or underthrow Cortland Sutton. I peeped that. That's the one thing I noticed. But if it's somebody else, if it's Evan Ingram, he's overthrowing it. If it's Torrey Franklin, he's overthrowing it. If it's Marvin Mims, he's overthrowing it. Pat Bryant, he's a tall guy, so he might go get it and everything like that. But he just started playing for real. So watching these games, like, I love Torrey Franklin, bro. Don't get me wrong. I think he's an absolute fucking machine. You feel what I'm saying? When he gets cooking, he gets cooking. But it's no experience there. It's no experience in our receiving core at all, besides Cortland Sutton. You feel what I'm saying? Everybody else is just fucking young. And there's nothing wrong with that, but we needed to make a splash yesterday, and we didn't. And we didn't. You know, we was connected to Jacoby Myers. Jacoby Myers got traded to the fucking Jaguars for a fucking 4th and the 6th round. Now, that is a steal. You feel what I'm saying? I'm giving the Jaguars a fucking A- for that trade. You feel me? Because you can get a lot of... Jacoby Myers is so serviceable, it's not even funny. He was on a trash team, just like Garrett Wilson. So these receivers they don't look bad, but they look way worse than what they actually are. You feel what I'm saying? So they once I seen that trade happen first thing in the morning, or like a couple hours, like around like 10, 11, 12 o'clock, I was like, oh, okay. So Jacoby Myers is out. You feel me? Jacoby Myers is out. And then at the same time, I'm like, I had a feeling the Raiders wouldn't trade Jacoby Myers to us, and we played him this week. I feel like it might not have nothing to do with it, but I feel like it played a very big part in it, because that would make from a division rival point, that wouldn't make no sense. And why would they torture themselves like that? Then you had the Cowboys going to get fucking Logan Wilson. Jerry Jones is mad secretive about that trade the day before. Okay, cool. Like, whatever. Logan Wilson is fucking Logan Wilson. Like, you went from a trash can defense to another trash can defense. Like, now, that's nothing to say about Logan Wilson. I think Logan Wilson is a very solid pickup. Especially if you can get him for, what was it, a 6th round pick, 7th round pick or some shit like that. That's a steal. I just don't think it makes no difference with the Cowboys. But even though, on top of Logan Wilson, they added Quinnen Williams. So I kind of did see what Jerry was talking about. Like, no, these trades is going to immensely help us from the rip. You feel me? He came out and said it. Like, it's going to be an immediate help. And I understand it. You feel me? I understand it. They had the worst defense in the league. One of the worst defenses in the league. So they went out there. They already got Kenny Clark. They went out there and got Quinnen Williams too. And Logan Wilson for some linebacker help. So I ain't mad at that. I ain't mad at it at all. I got to give the Cowboys, I got to give them like a B. I got to give them an A- too. I ain't even going to lie. I got to give them an A- too. I think the Jets was really out there really getting over on people. Don't get me wrong. But the Cowboys definitely beefed up a little bit yesterday. I would say that. That's for sure. That's for sure. Y'all know, listen, I love the Eagles, bro. Y'all know I support the Eagles. It is no beef between me and the Eagles franchise fan base or nothing like that. I said it before the season. Only time I'm not supporting the Eagles is when we play in week 5. Other than that, the Eagles have my support for real. But at the same time, let's talk about this fucking trade. Jalen Phillips to the Eagles. Jalen Phillips to the Eagles, bro. For a 3rd round pick. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do it. I don't know why they. I mean, I think everybody knows why they do it. But I don't understand, why does every other franchise just stand around and be like, oh, the Eagles got Jalen Phillips now, on top of Nolan Smith, on top of Jalen Carter, on top of Jordan Davis, on top of Zach Bond, on top of, you know what I'm saying, Quinyon Mitchell, like on top of all these guys, they go out and get a fucking young stud like Jalen Phillips. Like, y'all heard me what I was just saying before. Jalen Phillips is literally one of those dudes that was on a shitty ass team, but he still showed out. He still showed his potential to be he could be a fucking superstar pass rusher in this game. You feel me? And the Eagles, that's exactly what the Eagles are going to do with him, yo. It's like, now it doesn't make the Eagles a guarantee like back-to-back Super Bowl winner and shit like that, but bro, it brings them motherfucking close. The Eagles and Howie Roseman, bro, are the greatest combinations, bro. The greatest combinations is peanut butter and jelly, bro. Kool-Aid and sugar, bro. Like, cereal and some milk, bro. I don't know what's the better combo than these two together, bro. Like, Howie is the all-time GM of the decade, the century, whatever you want to call it, bro. I've never seen a GM move like this, bro, at all. And he does it so efficiently and swiftly. He does it so swiftly, though. Like, it's crazy. Ravens got Draymond Jones. I'm pretty sure that was the dude that we had on our team. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure we had a Dre Jones. But either way, that trade was okay. The Ravens do need a little bit of help on defense, a little bit of help on the pass rush, and the run game too. So that was actually a good steal. Now, Rashid Shaheed. Now understand, right? When the trade first happened, when the Jacoby Myers trade happened, I said, okay, cross Jacoby Myers off the board. He was the one at the bottom of my list of wants anyway. I'm gonna tell you right now, I wanted Chris Olave, or Jalen Waddle, or Rashid Shaheed. And if the Jaguars is actually shopping Brian Thomas, then I would have wanted Brian Thomas. But the Jaguars literally came out and said, we're not trading him. And honestly, it didn't make no sense for the Jags to trade him. That's their best receiver. Travis Hunter just went on IR, a week or two ago. And they just got Jacoby Myers. Why would we go sign Jacoby Myers and then trade Brian Thomas? See, I didn't know. And they're winning right now. They're like 6-3 or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it just didn't make no sense logically and from a business standpoint. So I understood that. But after that trade happened, I'm like, okay, Jacoby Myers is out, Brian Thomas is out, plus he's a little injured right now anyway. So I was completely banking on Rashid Shaheed, bro. I felt like Rashid Shaheed was gonna be cheap. He wasn't gonna be too expensive, bro, and he brings that deep threat and that fucking speed that we need. The same thing that we can get from Waddle. Even though, Waddle got a way better, yards at the catch. Like, his moves after he catch the ball and all that, is way better than Shaheed. But I would have took Shaheed in a heartbeat, bro. For a fucking... Hold on. What did they trade him for? Let me see. This is what I'm saying. Trades like this is the ones that make me mad. Trades like this is the ones that make me mad, bro. The Saints traded Shaheed, right, to the Seahawks. Now, oh my goodness, the Seahawks bro, they're already a team to watch out for, bro. But, bro, adding Shaheed takes the Seahawks literally to Super Bowl contenders, bro. It might be a hot take, it might be a stretch, but they are literally a Super Bowl contender in my eyes now. They traded Shaheed for a 4th and a 5th round pick, bro. You telling me we couldn't give up a 4th and a 5th for Rashid Shaheed? Yo, so the Colts trade happened, right? My best friend calling me. He would call me, yo, bro, you see who we got? And at literally 35 seconds after that trade, Shaheed got traded for the 4th and the 5th. So once that happened, I was like, oh, the Broncos aren't about to do anything, because if they're not willing to trade a 4th and 5th round pick on somebody like Rashid Shaheed, who's proven himself. Now, he is 27. He only has 1 year left on his contract. So one thing I did realize about the Broncos front office, they're very calculated with their moves. Like, they have to make sure that it makes sense, and they're getting a lot of productivity out of whoever it is that you're going after, which I appreciate. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of wasting draft picks. You see what happened with the Rush shit? The previous drafts that we wasted 1st round picks on and shit like that, and never panned out. Like, I understand. So I do appreciate the caution that the front office takes sometimes. And Shaheed is probably up for a big little payday. And I'm not gonna lie, honestly, that's probably why we didn't do it. It's probably too expensive. Not so far as the pick selections, but so far as like we got to sign this dude after this year. You know what I mean? Type shit. And he might actually go for some bread. But that was just that was just my thought process on it. Like, I was just like, damn, Shaheed was the last one. It was either gonna be Jacoby Myers or Shaheed, and Jacoby Myers I just felt like they wasn't sending it to us because it's a division rival. But Shaheed was the next person, bro. After that Shaheed trade, I lost all faith. You had fucking Chris Olave, Jalen Waddle, Garrett Wilson, but then the Jets came out and said Garrett Wilson wasn't tradable. He's not in trade talks and everything like that, which confused me. How do you give away your entire defense and then actually say, oh, well, Garrett Wilson, he's untouchable? What are you doing? Like, what is the Jets doing? Y'all traded away literally a top 10 corner. Yeah, then y'all traded away one of the, in my opinion, he's a top 5 D tackle in the league. You feel what I'm saying? I don't get why only give those 2 away. Maybe because they were thinking like, okay, we can get these 2 away and get above sticker for him. You know what I'm saying? Mark up the price a little bit. They was definitely going to do it, which is why I really think that's why they did the Colts trade. They sent the Colts a top 10 corner, cool, but his contract is absolutely fucking nuts, and he just signed it this past summer. And then they got you for 2 picks and a receiver. So really think about this. really think about this, right? Because A.D. Mitchell's about to go over there in New York and start easily. He's about to start with him and Wilson. They already got Justin Fields and they got Breece Hall. So was this like I'm gonna pack my offense type of thing? You feel me? Like, that's what it seemed like. You feel me? It really seemed like they was just like, no, we gonna load our offense up, give Justin Fields the support he need, and it's gonna be that. But I've respected Jets for what they did yesterday. I would have done the same shit. If I could have got 2 first rounds for Sauce and a receiver that has a lot of fucking potential and upside to him, I probably would have did it too. I ain't even gonna lie. The Quinnen Williams, probably not so much. They only got 1 first round pick, and then I think it was a second? I think it was a second. No, I'm lying. I probably would have did that trade too. So I ain't mad at the Jets. But let's talk about the Broncos. Please tell me, like, clearly we don't have I don't know if it's we don't have any faith in Bo Nix. I don't think that's it at all. I know the Broncos fan base, a lot of people that support that are Broncos fans, Broncos like informationalists and all that shit, analysts and all that, who follows the Broncos and hits us with the Broncos rumors and news all day. Bro, they were pissed. They were pissed on Twitter yesterday. I had my day off. You know, I have my day off or whatever. I'm chilling. You telling me I woke up at 8 in the morning and refresh my phone all day to see y'all do not a damn thing? Do you want to win? You feel me? And then I'm not saying like I'm panicking. I'm not panicking because again, Broncos country, we are still on a high, yo. We are still on a high. We're 7-2. Again, we're the best team in the AFC West. One of the top teams in the AFC. Like, I'm on a high right now, so I'm not panicking. I'm not hitting the panic button. I just think, obviously, we're a playoff contender. We won the playoffs last year. 10-year drought, 9-year drought. First round exit. You go in here with the same team. Now, our defense is way better. Don't get me wrong. You know, we got Dre Greenlaw, Talanoa Hufanga, and all that. When PS2 come back, like those are big fucking additions. Like, and Hufanga been playing his ass off, but the offense has been struggling all year. You know what I'm saying? The offense been struggling all year, yo. And honestly, if you watch the games, it's not because we don't have playmakers. It's those few plays where we're just missing targets. We're just not on the same page. So I don't really feel like it was a huge need for another receiver. But bro, it wouldn't have fucking hurt it. You feel me? Like, it wouldn't have hurt it. Like, if we called about Jalen Waddle and they say, yo, we want a first round pick and Marvin Mims or some shit like that, keep him. Keep him. If I can't get these players for just draft picks, I'm not trading y'all. And I feel like that's probably what they were saying, because then the reports came out that the Dolphins wanted, for Jalen Waddle, they wanted definitely a first round pick plus more. Plus more? Yeah, no, we not, no, you're not about to be like the Jets out here just trying to fleece everybody. No, we ain't giving a first and a second or a first and a third for Jalen Waddle or 2 first rounders for Jalen Waddle. Like, that ain't happening. I'm cool with that. Either the same thing for Chris Olave. Chris Olave stays hurt all the time. His productivity is not that high. Now, don't get me wrong. The Saints are another trash team. You feel me? Shaheed went for a 4th and a 5th. They could have gave Olave for like a 2nd and a 3rd. You know what I'm saying? They could have gave him away for that. And I just lost interest in it. It just didn't make sense. But I wanted to see the Broncos make a splash. I wanted us to see be aggressive when, like, that was the time to be aggressive, bro. We could have got David Njoku. We could have got TJ Hawkinson for a steal. We could have did all of that. And honestly, we're not behind the scenes. We don't have the insider NFL information from these front offices and everything like that. So, but I'm thinking the same thing that all the fans are thinking. We just didn't do anything. That shit. Y'all ever play Black Ops? y'all remember the Black Ops zombies from back in the day when you get the fire cell and everybody feeding to the box? Your man at that box, you running all the way around the map to get to the other box. Like, I don't feel like the Broncos did that. I don't feel like we did it. We got a strong ass run game. We're on a 6-game winning streak. The last time we was on a 6-game winning streak, we won the Super Bowl. And this roster is way better. You feel what I'm saying? So, or didn't I mean no. Let me not say that. This roster isn't way better, but this team is playing way better. So I don't know. I got a lot of mixed feelings about this. I got a lot of mixed feelings about yesterday. There was a lot of good ass trades. There's a lot of trades that really made you like double take. Like, hold up, hold up. Like, but I do think the Jets came out on top on that, John. They fleeced a lot of teams out there yesterday. I think the Cowboys, I wouldn't necessarily call them a winner, but I wouldn't call them a loser either. I think they beefed up their team a little bit. The Saints, they just got a draft picks. Like, that ain't really nothing. Now, Jacksonville, though, Jacoby Myers is going to be huge because when Troy Hunter. When Travis Hunter comes back and you got Brian Thomas, Travis Hunter, and then Jacoby Myers to worry about, I ain't gonna lie. You might have to watch out for the Jags, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Not too sure about the defense, but their offensive side that's definitely gonna be something to worry about. Because Jacoby Myers is not sweet at all. I think, like, again, he just didn't want to play for the Raiders. But that's my take, man. Let me know how do y'all feel about this? You feel what I'm saying? How do y'all feel about how the trade deadline went yesterday? Who did y'all want? And who y'all rooting for? Who y'all team? Where y'all coming from? And who did y'all want for your team to do yesterday? What did y'all want? Who did y'all want your team to go out there and get? Because I feel like a lot of people was disappointed. I ain't even gonna care. I feel like a lot of people was disappointed. The whole fucking Twitter fan base used the Broncos headline as clickbait. You know what I'm saying? People talking from the Broncos from 9 a.m. all the way to 4 o'clock or to 3:45. We did absolutely jack shit. I'm not gonna lie, yo. I would have gave a third. Nah, I wouldn't have gave a third for Brees. Nah. Not while we got J.K. Dobbins and fucking R.J. Harvey playing lights out right now. But I would have gave a 4th for Shaheed. I would have did that in a fucking heartbeat. I would have did that. That is probably the only trade that happened yesterday where I'm like, we couldn't do that? Why didn't we call for Shaheed? You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's the only trade. I think that was the only trade. I think we missed out huge on. I think we folded on that. I think yesterday was literally the time for us to go all in again and really, like, put the team behind Bo Nix that he needs. You feel what I'm saying? Even though he's doing fucking great with this team now. Again, once they kill all these fucking mental mistakes and everything like that, he's gonna be fucking great. You feel me? But let me know what y'all think, man. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. There's a lot of disappointment yesterday, man. I know a lot of fans were salty, man. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know who y'all wanted, and let me know how y'all feel now. Now's the day. Now that is the day after. A lot of shit is kind of like cooling down a little bit. I mean, what grades are we giving these trades? You feel me? Let me know. Have a blessed one, dog. Stay tuned.